Welcome to Marketing and Mindset for Wellness Coaches, the podcast for health coaches and wellness entrepreneurs just like you who are building a business, making the world a healthier place, and designing a first-class life. I'm your host, Kim Foster, MD and certified business coach, and I'm on a mission to help you up-level your strategy and raise your mindset so you can truly thrive and grow your business. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to another episode of Marketing and Mindset for Wellness Coaches. It's Kim here, and I am so excited to be talking to you about today's topic because it is such a good one, and it's something that can really hold you back from building the business and the life that you desire, and it absolutely does not have to if you know what to do about it. Now, before we dive in, I just want to mention that I am currently enrolling for my flagship group program, Business Academy for Coaches. The system that I teach in this program allows you to build your online coaching business in a way that gets rid of all the guesswork so that you can begin to create the life that you deserve. It's designed for new and aspiring coaches who know that in order to stand out from the crowd, you need the tools and tactics and strategy to build a business that brings in consistent clients and uses your passions and talents to really impact people's lives. And by the end of the program, you're going to have all the foundation pieces you need to launch and grow your business and begin accepting clients and finally work toward the financial freedom that you have been craving. So I'll put the link to learn more in the show notes, but if you're interested, you can simply head over to drkimfoster.com/academy to learn if this program is for you. So let's dive into today's topic. I was actually inspired to do this topic by a question that came from one of my Academy participants. On one of our calls, she was talking about the fact that her friends and family just don't understand her and her passion for her business. And she was asking, how do you get over the fear of judgment by others, especially from family, which is a super juicy topic. And we had a great conversation about this inside the group. And let's face it, this is a really common issue for those of us in particular who are building unusual businesses and moving away from conventional jobs and careers and taking a unique path. So what I told her is that the first step to getting over that fear of judgment is to take a look at what you are judging yourself for. Because here's the truth. We all have a powerful ability to get others to judge us for what we judge ourselves for. If you are at all insecure or unsure about what you do, you have an ability to evoke a particular reaction in others. It's an energetic thing. It's like you're walking around handing out cards to people that say, please ask me about my business so that you can judge me for how weird it is. Now, I know that this sounds kind of woo, but just stay with me here. Now, for example, when I was first moving from medicine to coaching, I felt really awkward about saying what I was doing because it was totally going against the grain of what all my colleagues and peers were doing, and also, of course, what I had been officially trained to do. This was a new thing for me. I'd only recently discovered the world of coaching, and coaching was not as well known back then as it is now. And if I'm being honest, I had kind of a split energy about it. I was excited and really felt like I had discovered this awesome new direction for myself, but I also worried a lot about people judging me and dismissing my dreams and ideas. And here's what happened. I would constantly have people asking me what I did. It seemed, I seemed to always find myself in the situation of people asking me what I did for a living, if I liked being a doctor, and, what else I was doing. It was so weird. I was constantly finding myself tripping over my words and trying to explain coaching and the direction I was going in and really justifying why I was moving away from conventional medicine and all of that kind of stuff. So here's what's interesting. The moment that I stopped judging myself for being this weird doctor who was fed up with medicine and instead was becoming a coach, the frequency of people asking, so hey Kim, what do you do for a living, went down dramatically. And it wasn't a coincidence. I was projecting that feeling of doubt and skepticism. I was giving off that kind of energy, and people were just reflecting it back to me. It was bothering me, and I thought it was all on them, but it was really all on me. One of my mentors took me to task on this once. She said, "Kim, if someone got all judgy because of your green hair, would that bother you?" Which I thought was a really weird question for her to ask me because, of course, I don't have green hair. So when she asked me this, I didn't get it. I didn't exactly understand what she was getting at. But I said, "No, that wouldn't bother me because I don't have green hair." And she said, "Right, you don't." So if someone is judgmental of you becoming a coach because they say that coaching is weird and flaky and isn't actually a real profession, it only bothers you if you believe what they're saying is true. Which kind of stopped me in my tracks. She went on to say, if you didn't actually believe those things yourself, it wouldn't bother you to hear somebody saying those things because you would know it wasn't true. It would be like somebody commenting on your green hair. It's not true, so it's clearly their issue, not yours. It wouldn't touch you. And oh my God, in that moment, I had so much clarity. The penny totally dropped. I was like, oh my God, that's so true. Deep down, I have nagging worries that coaching is weird and flaky. And so when people say that, it's just them triggering my own self-doubt and self-judgment. So the first and most important step here is to stop judging yourself. And once you're able to do that, here's what you need to do next. Now, when somebody does not react to your new business with positivity, don't make assumptions about their questions or comments. I know your reaction may be to assume that they're kind of being a jerk, but take the opportunity to consider other possibilities, other reframes. What if you have never really taken the time to explain it to them? Maybe their questions aren't really from a place of judgment or negativity at all, but they are legitimately interested in what you're talking about, but they're kind of confused about what it means. Maybe it's just a matter of staying open and telling them what coaching is or how it works. I mean, if we're talking about coaching here, the truth is most people still don't really know what that means. I remember several years ago when I was at an airport, I was arriving in California from Vancouver to go to a coaching conference, and the passport control guy, he was a fairly young guy, he asked me what the purpose of my trip was. And I said I was attending a conference. Naturally, he asked me what kind, and I said it was a coaching conference. His eyes lit up. "Oh, great," he said, like coaching a sport? Do you coach a team? And of course I said, "Oh, no, I mean like wellness coaching. It's sort of like health coaching, but also kind of like life coaching." And I watched his visible interest go very quickly to confusion and then straight on to disinterest. "Oh, okay," he said, clearly not understanding what I was talking about, but it didn't matter because he was back to business, stamping my passport, moving me along. I realized that even though I was totally immersing myself in this new and exciting world of coaching and not coaching a sport with a whistle around my neck, and of course the conference that I was headed to was going to have hundreds of other women in attendance. So even though I was totally immersed and it seemed like everybody was talking about coaching, the truth was the rest of the world totally unaware that this is even a thing. So now my next tip is this. Let's say you have explained it to them and they still think that you're weird. Then, you know what? It's just time to stop trying to get their approval. Wanting to actually influence or change what people think is a losing game. You've got to know that. You simply can't control what people think. A lot of times, people's opinions about what you're doing may actually be well-meaning. It may come from a place of them being worried for you, especially when people do genuinely care about you. They don't want to see you get hurt or to fail. They're just trying to keep you safe. Or possibly watching you aim for your goals is triggering something in them that makes them realize that they have been playing it safe. They've settled, and secretly that makes them feel bad about themselves. And to watch you going for it, taking risks and making things happen, it's triggering their own feelings of mediocrity. So you've got to realize that these judgments and criticisms have very little to do with you and have everything to do with them. So listen, let people have their fears, their opinions, and their judgments. It's okay. It doesn't matter. The only way it matters is if you let it stop you. The final suggestion I have is that you need community. You need support. You really need to have a like-minded tribe that you can hang out with, whether it's online or in real life, but this is a group of people that really get you and your business. For me, once I started seeking out like-minded women who were also driven and passionate about building a business that isn't exactly the conventional career path, it became a lot easier to stop worrying about what other people thought. I realized that I don't need anyone else's approval or permission to keep going for my dreams. And I love that I can get together with these women online or offline and we just get each other. I don't have to explain to them what an email list is or a landing page, and I certainly don't have to explain to them why on earth I would want to build an online coaching business. They just totally get it. So it's important to surround yourself with positive people and people who are actively pursuing their dreams so that you can get inspired by them instead of dragged down by the other people in your life who may not approve of what you're doing. I know the common advice here is to cut out negative people from your life, but sometimes that is not always possible. I mean, what if this person is your mother or your sister? It's just not so easy, and you may actually regret doing something like that. Instead, don't depend on those people for approval and community. Find yourself a tribe or join a mastermind or join a group program of other women doing the same thing. My own group program, Business Academy for Coaches, would be the perfect community for you if you're super passionate about coaching, health and wellness coaching in particular, and you've got big dreams and you need not only mentorship, but also a supportive, uplifting sisterhood in order to get you there, in order to make those dreams a reality. But whether it's my group or another group, the point is to find your tribe. So let's just recap those tips. When you're trying to get over the worry of other people judging you and what you're trying to do with your business and your life, here are the steps you need to take. First of all, take a look at what you are judging yourself for. Get honest about it with yourself and stop being your own worst critic. Stop judging yourself. Second, when somebody does not react to your new business with positivity, don't make assumptions about their questions or comments. Is it possible that they just need you to explain it to them? But third, if you have taken a minute to help them understand and they are still judging you for it, stop trying to get their approval. You don't need it, and it's futile to try to get it, and it can only hold you back if you depend on other people's permission to go for what you want. Live your life, follow your own dreams, and if other people are judging you for it, let them. Who cares? You'll be too busy having fun and achieving your goals to really worry about it. And finally, my fourth tip for you is to actively seek out a supportive community. You need a tribe. You need other people who completely get it without you having to explain it, and you can all lift each other up and encourage each other to keep going for your dreams, no matter how big or how unconventional those dreams are. So now I would love to hear from you. Take a screenshot of this episode and post it on Instagram or Facebook, and be sure to tag me and let me know. Do people around you tell you that your goals are unrealistic or that your dreams are kind of crazy or anything like that? How do you handle the criticism and the judgment? What do you do to not allow it to stop you? I would love to hear from you. Okay, that's a wrap for today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed this topic. I hope it helped you move away from needing other people's approval and getting over the judgment of other people so that it no longer holds you back and you can truly go for your dreams. Because honestly, the world needs you to do that. The people that you can help and make a difference in their lives, they need you to do that. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. Stay well and stay safe, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks so much for listening. If you are ready to build a coaching business that gives you freedom and flexibility and allows you to make a meaningful impact in the world, but you're not really sure how to get started or what you need to do to attract the perfect clients and grow your income, then let me be your coach. I would love to teach you my exact framework, my proven method for how I created a freedom-based business for myself and how I've helped dozens of clients do the same thing and create a life that is better than their dreams. Get started by heading over to drkimfoster.com/business training, and there you can sign up for my free online training called The 4-Part Formula for Replacing Your 9-to-5 Income with a Coaching Business You Love.